everybody just to gasp, you know, can't believe what they just saw. And of course, the bottles and drinks start raining down. And we never seen anything like that. Never been at anything like that. Never seen anything like that before or since.
I did not anticipate the amount of buzz it would get. Like that night when I beat Nick Gage, it's trending #1 over UFC pay-per-view and over the Olympics. Like an independent match in Atlantic City, New Jersey, but because of social media and streaming and all the hype we put into that match, it trended #1.
Matt Cardona is the new GCW World Heavyweight Champion. Did you guys see Dave's tweet? I'm sure, Dave writes, that people will make their lame excuses for it. This crowd reaction was such BS and such an embarrassment to the industry.
Matt had to escape. He actually had to go out the front door and down the hallway holding the title belt.
There's Madison Square Garden and the carousel room at the Showboat. Like, that's how important this venue is to me. Like, my life changed in this room, which is crazy.
GCW champion, how you feel? Fuck you, GCW!
And I was so excited to find out who Matt Cardona was, as crazy as that sounds, because I was Zack Ryder pretty much my whole adult life. That's all I knew. Like, who was Matt Cardona? When I got released, it was the beginning of the pandemic. There was nowhere to go. There were no indies to go. What was Matt Cardona for the first year or so while I was outside WWE? Was it Zack Ryder just with a different name? It sucked, right? And I knew it sucked. I needed a reason to change. I needed a reason to flip the script. And it wasn't until about a year later that the idea was pitched to come to GCW. Well, I believe Zack Ryder needed to die for Matt Cardona to live. And at the same time, I'm so grateful for my time in WWE as Zack Ryder, because that set me up. That, you know, always ready. I was always ready to take over the indies, all because of the things I learned in WWE.
Summer of 2021 was definitely the summer of GCW. Everything was getting back into full swing out of COVID. The people were finally coming back. GCW had surged ahead. We were the leader in independent wrestling, and we really had separated ourselves from the rest of the pack. We were the last outlaws, same as we are now, but really that's when everybody was starting to understand what it meant. And what that meant was we were changing everything. We were changing the game. We were setting a new path. You know, we were changing the way people looked at independent wrestling, the way they watched it. You know, everybody said you're supposed to do it this way, but we said, no, we're going to do it our way. And that's what we did, and it worked.
With that camera right here, this is why I fucking wrestle, because of these motherfuckers right here.
Well, Nick Gage is a franchise player. He's the heart and soul of GCW. GCW is basically, it was basically created for Nick Gage. It was created in his image, him and a couple other people. If there's no these guys, Nick being one of them, then there is no GCW as we know it today.
Introduce yourself too.
My name's Nick Gage. I'm the greatest deathmatch wrestler in the world. Represent MDK Gang, and this is my dog Jelly, MDK Jelly, my best friend, and she saved my life.
He represents every person that's an outsider everywhere else, but felt like they were at home at a GCW show.
I feel the passion. You know, people come up to me, tell me some personal stuff about their life, how I help them impact their life and how they change their life. And it comes full circle where I'm at in my life right now, that I need to lean on them, what I just went through in my life, to get me back to where I'm at now. So I just love how we help each other out, and that's what the gang's all about, and that's what MDK's all about. You know, it's just not letters, you know, that I just came up with it. It's about a movement. It's about more than just, you know, just a wrestling thing, you know.
Absolutely an outsider, the exact opposite of everything that GCW stands for. He's actually exactly what we needed and wanted at that time. It was such a unique opportunity to see what it would look like if a WWE wrestler came into GCW and taking them outside their comfort zone, out of their element and seeing what happens, and that's what it was. I don't remember exactly, you know, what he knew about Nick prior to that conversation. I think he knew Nick was some crazy bank robber deathmatch guy. I think he knew that, but you know, he probably had never seen a Nick Gage match, if I had to guess.
My buddy John Carlo, who I worked with in WWE, was working with GCW, and he pitched the idea to me. And like I said, like, knee-jerk reaction, no way.
There was no reason for Matt Cardona and Nick Gage to occupy the same world. And that's exactly why people needed to see it.
That was the plan. Let's take the most GCW guy, Nick Gage, and put him against the most not GCW guy, Matt Cardona.
Fuck no. Absolutely not. Like, I'm not wrestling Nick Gage, this criminal, this drug addict. He was just on dark side of the ring. There was no fucking way I was wrestling Nick Gage. And then I took a step back and I realized this is gonna get some buzz.
I met Matt Cardona in 2018. It was just about the time where he started the podcast, and I would start listening to the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. We kind of just hit it off through there. I connected him. I was nervous because I'm proud of what GCW is. I didn't want him to like be turned off by any of that.
If they rejected him, then they reject him. That would have made for a good story too. We wanted it to be authentic. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I remember I talked to him on the phone. I was walking around in my bedroom actually. I think he was very, I don't want to say standoffish, but he had his guard up. He obviously didn't know me yet. He'd only heard what he'd heard. So I think he was interested, but he had his guard up for sure.
I think that is him though. I think that is Matt Cardona.
Sure.
He does always have a guard up until he does get to know you.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. As I was laying out my plan to him, I think he was literally visualizing it in his head. And it just seemed like at some point in that phone conversation, he went from unsure to it just clicked or something where he said, you know what, this sounds good, let's do this.
Here we go.
How do you feel?
I'm nervous, but I'm a good nervous because I think this is out of my element, out of my comfort zone, and I like doing things that are out of my comfort zone. And more importantly, I think people do want to see it. So I'm a firm believer in wrestling that sometimes you do actually got to give the fans what they want to see. So hopefully they love to hate me tonight because I've been waiting to get booed for a really long time. But I felt like this is what I need because Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder Light sucks. I need to be the Matt Cardona I know I can be.
For years, Nick Gage would tweet about Zack Ryder and kind of like call him a pussy and kind of like antagonize him over Twitter. That weekend, he called out Zack Ryder. So that's where the challenge came from.
You are the keeper.
And Matt Cardona was there to answer that tweet.
He's got the black pants and shoes already.
Let me roll. I gotta put some knee pads on under here though, just in case.
The Nick Gage Twitter account.
What is this shit supposed to be? You guys are fucked up. Is that an alien?
You laugh more than you feel like you're being threatened.
Any man who knows what this is or that plays with some Pookie Man card has a real problem. Let's be real.
If I was a wrestling fan, I wouldn't think it was leading to anything.
Jimmy's gonna get yanked on this entrance side, so you're gonna be in like the back corner of the back corner of the ring.
It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. His first appearance on camera, he was impersonating Jon Moxley. You know, that might take some selling, but he was down. He was down for whatever would make his debut, his first appearance, the most impactful that it would be. He was full Matt Cardona in GCW, and the crowd freaked out.
The greatest gift that you can give to a wrestling fan is giving them what they want, what they expect to happen. What happened that night, the disappointment became hatred, and then the hatred just became the story.
Fuck Zack Ryder, like, oh my God, like, that's what I wanted for so long. I knew I could be a heel, I knew I could be a bad guy. But in WWE, like, you don't have the pencil. You can pitch ideas all you want, right? You can't just turn heel.
Oh, fired up all the time, man. I'm gonna go do me, man. Represent for the Murder Death Kill Gang. Shout out to 2-6 Eastern Block. I do it for the people I love, man. That's my motherfucker.
You're having a moment, man. 20 years in wrestling, prison, everything you've been through. to now be in this place where you're kind of getting this sort of national and potentially international recognition that you haven't gotten before?
Yeah, it's all fucking awesome, man, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really is.
I love it, man.
That summer, man, is a little different for me, man. I was grinding, man. I was out in the wrestling world just working my ass off, man. Like, working for different companies. I was wrestling 4 times a week. I was just in grind mode, man, falling in love with wrestling again.
Give me a second, bro.
Dark side of the ring, I said no to it like 3 times, and then, you know, we all got together, and my team, and we talked about it and said it was a good thing. I just didn't want them to, like, where I was at in my life, man, I was really doing positive things, and I was in a positive place in my life, and I didn't want them to, like, throw all that garbage that I just went through, you know, in my face again. But they did awesome, man. That was the best decision I made, was, you know, doing that Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring just introduced him to a whole new audience. He was the biggest thing in wrestling.
Success, I didn't know success in wrestling. I wasn't right no way was successful in wrestling. You know, it was very hard to get into WWE. It's very hard to be successful. You had to be 6'6", 250 pounds. I just did it because I love it. It was a passion of mine. I grew up watching it, so I just did it. I didn't even worry about success. I didn't know you could be successful in this thing, you know?
When I met Chelsea Green, we went on our first date. I was driving home smiling like, I think we got something here. It was, as crazy as it sounds, the same feeling when I laid out Nick Gage to set up that death match. Like, we fucking got something. I don't know what we got, but we fucking got something. Let's fucking roll with it. Good?
You feeling good?
Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah.
We're at least, ooh.
Well, Nick Gage was the champ, right? You don't just come in and start from the bottom. Not me, at least, right? Like, you got to swing for the fences. And Nick Gage was the guy. It was so like, what the hell is going to happen? Like, there were people in the business, wrestlers, right? Texting me, calling me, DMing me, begging me not to do this match. People thought I was crazy. I guess I thought I was crazy too, but I knew I needed to take this risk. I knew I needed to take this gamble. And oh my God, thank God I did.
Nick Gage says I'm a fucking pussy. Says Zack Ryder's a pussy. Well, guess what? Newsflash, Zack Ryder's fucking dead. My name is Matt fucking Cardona. I'm the internet champ, and at homecoming, I'm gonna be the GCW champ. I know it. See ya.
Like, we did a live major wrestling fair podcast at Jimmy's Seafood. Nick Gage like invaded, and there's like security, and he's like tackling people. It was like, what the fuck is this? At a podcast about wrestling figures?
Fucking piece of shit. Where's your mic to, bitch?
Matt's fan base, the major wrestling figure podcast people, they got on board with the match, and they were like, all right, now we want to see what happens. Get this guy out of here. This is the outsider. Nick Gage is the outsider. Get him out of there.
A good portion of those figure fans, they came to the showboat. They were the only people cheering me. It was dangerous for them too.
Every week, it just felt like this feud between them was getting bigger and bigger. And more people were getting their eyes on it. And more people were excited to see, hey, what's gonna happen? Because there was no way that Matt Cardona could beat Nick Gage. The only outcome here is that Matt Cardona was gonna die.
I want to be the face of GCW, and GCW, the universe, they're gonna hate me for it, but I know that deep down they love me, and I love my fans too.
Oh God, Matt Cardona, face of GCW.
That's right.
Face of that. And here's the thing.
Well, they need a face of the company that has some teeth. You know what I'm saying? Look at this smile.
All right, you do have a beautiful smile.
I sold like, I want to say 1,800 tickets. I just kept selling the tickets, and then I realized, like, I wonder what the capacity is in here. And I asked my guy, he was like, yeah, you should cut it off at 1,200. I was like, oh shit. I'm like 600 over right now, and I remember like I finally turned it off. So it was jam-packed. The whole room was jam-packed, wall to wall.
Here we
go.
It was electric that day. The anticipation, the tension, the excitement. It was a big deal. People arriving, and you see the fans walking in the hallways, and everybody's just, you could tell we're all here for one reason.
Hey, who do you want to win today? Zack Ryder or Nick Gage? Be honest with him. Be honest. Tell him the real truth.
Oh, come on.
There you go. Is it MDK all day?
GCW Homecoming, this is quite literally one of the hottest things in wrestling right now.
No BS. Nick Gage is legit. He's no joke. I don't take him lightly. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't afraid, right? Because we all saw Dark Side of the Ring. He definitely has a couple of screws loose, but so do I guess. And he has more to lose than I do, because if I walk in, right, hypothetically, I walk in, I get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
I lose.
Yeah.
No big deal. Everybody expects me to lose.
Yeah.
But if he loses to me, his shtick is done. Right?
Yeah.
MDK, Dark Side of the Ring, it's over. Because I beat him. It's done. Future GCW World Champion Matt Cardona.
Will it happen tonight?
I didn't come here for some social media buzz. I'm already the internet champion. I came here to win. Can I curse?
Yeah, why not?
I came here to win the fucking title.
Woo.
Just want to get this match done.
You want to have it called, or you want to have it done?
I want to have it both called and done.
Here's an alley. I just told them all. I told them all. He made an announcement, and I just told them. I said, "Oh man."
What's in your head right now?
Don't die.
Yeah.
Steal the show and say fuck you to everyone who ever doubted me. How about that? And thank you to everyone who didn't. That's more important.
If we're doing it, we're fucking doing it. I'm not just dipping my toe in the pool. I'm doing a fucking cannonball. Like, if people are going to tune in to watch a death match between Nick Gage and Matt Cardona, they're going to get a fucking death match.
Matt's entrance was literally insane. I mean, he was mobbed. He had to fight his way to the ring, I remember. Push and get these people out of the way. I mean, people were passionate. They were feeling it, like before he even got in the ring. People, wanted Matt to know how they felt. So many middle fingers right in his face. I remember that, just watching that unfold, like, wow, this is something we've never seen before, and we might not ever see this again.
I'll never forget Nick Gage walking to the ring and his entrance. My ears were fucking ringing.
Wrestling World Champion, Nick fucking Gage!
Big surprise, Matt Cardona. Light tubes are going to be involved in a match against Nick Gage. Gage with the light tube. Oh! Cardona sends him into the turnbuckle head first. You might want to turn around, Cardona. Launched him into the chairs. Oh! Collector's Case has seen better days.
ever before Matt Cardona with a light tube?
You could tell that was his first time swinging a light tube. Puts on the brake before colliding with the glass. The back of Matt Cardona just shattering that pane of glass in the corner. Welcome to Game Changer Wrestling, Matt Cardona.
Matt saw his blood in it. I don't know, it seemed like it fired him up more once he realized, like, wait, I can do this. And I think as I saw that start to happen, that's when I knew, like, oh yeah, we're good. This is about to go down.
Oh, Nick Gage with that broken tube in his hand. And he has got the pizza cutter.
They fucking love Nick Gage and they wanted to see him kill me. And that's why it made the match so magical. I walked in knowing it would create buzz. I walked out a different man with a whole new life. And I did not anticipate that.
At this point, it is all Nick Gage. But there's Cardona with the leg tube across the back of Nick Gage. Oh, flexes Gage through the glass.
You know, we get towards the end and Matt hits his finisher and then the ref goes to count and you could hear, you know, everybody's counting 1, 2, 3. Half the crowd's counting 1, 2, 3 for Matt to win and the other half is counting like 1, 2, no, kick out, kick out. And then just the 3 and then just everybody, just the gasp, you know, can't believe what they just saw. And of course, you know, the bottles and drinks start raining down.
Bottles just start flying, you know. I think I got hit a couple times. It was great, bro. You know, that shit's awesome, man. You create energy like that and you create a magic moment. It's special, you know, it's special, you know.
They had to escort me out the front of the venue, like, because people wanted to attack me. It was wild.
He entered the showboat looking to find out who Matt Cardona was. He was thrown through glass, hit with light tubes, assaulted with garbage, chased out of the building. And I think somewhere along there, he found the answer.
That's how you end the show. GCW champion, how you feel? Fuck you, GCW! Good fucking Lord.
I want to take some pictures with no blood off. Let's take some pictures. Yeah.
These people wanted to see me die. They wanted to see Nick Gage slice me up. They wanted to see him kill me. And the fact that I won, that I beat their hero in his backyard, on his terms, and became the new deathmatch king, they fucking hated me, and I fucking loved it.
He looked like he was battling. He looked like you were in a battle to get to the ring. Dude, he was. Yeah. I was watching for a second. His left shoulder. He has a fucking chunk. He has 2. On the left shoulder? Left shoulder. Yeah.
For me to drop the title to him just shows you, you know, what I thought and how much I believed in the direction of the company and who was, you know, making decision making in the company. You know?
Oh my gosh, I'm so worried.
Yeah, I'm fucked up, but I'm okay.
Clean.
I love you.
want to see the belt? Oh yeah. John Carl.
When was the last time you played? Did this before?
I've never done this in my life, like this.
This is the first. Okay. Wash off?
I haven't checked my Twitter, but like all my friends are like blowing me up. Like people are just saying I killed it and proud of you and stuff like that, which is cool. I don't know. I didn't really do it for recognition from other people, but it's nice to get it, I guess. I did this for me. I get it. Ooh, Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
Woo!
Curse me out.
Sorry. I knew I was gonna get fucked up. I didn't know I was gonna get this fucked up. Like I knew, oh yeah, I'll wear white. Get a couple of sprinkles of blood. Like my shirt is fucking red. How many times in wrestling history do they throw trash to the point where like you can't stand there? I can't remember many. Like NWO, but like they can still stand there chilling. Like I could not. I did not feel safe in there. I've never been wrestling for 18 years. Never didn't feel safe. You know, which is kind of scary. Like walking out. Like there were people in my face and they wouldn't let me walk or whatever. I was fine. I had security, but when they're just like throwing shit, like who knows what they're gonna throw next? You know? And then like when the security's like, let's go out the front, and they're still following me out.
Sorry.
Woo!
I should have told you.
Yeah. Woo! It's 12:38. I have to be at the airport in like 3.5 hours, and I'm an hour and a half away. We'll make it work. But I'm taking the GCW title to Disneyland. So that's legit. Woo! Woo! Oh, baby. And I have new merch on ProWrestlingTees.com/Matt. Always ready. Deathmatch King, and the champ is still here because I'm still here. I think I'm gonna shower up in his room if you don't. Is that because like it's kind of gross in there?
Okay. Need bandages.
Can we check any other spot on me?
Yeah. Where are you feeling?
Oh my God! Look at all that blood.
I know. It's like on me.
I'm sorry.
I'm drawing this. No. This is my.
That looks gross. And then up here is just cuts in my head, but those are fine. Sorry. That's disgusting. That's like way worse than I thought. I look like fucking Sabu. After the match, John Carlo, I went to his hotel room. He wrapped me up like a mummy in towels.
I grabbed, the hotel towels, which are not sanitary. I grab gaff tape, and I tape up this rig on his shoulder. I almost feel like we were like drunk on adrenaline. And I remember him leaving 2 hours later and going like, oh, like we should have like got gauze. We should have taken this a lot more seriously. Like that was gross.
I drove back to Philly. I slept in my car in the rental car place, flew to LA because Chelsea and I had a big vacation plan for like Universal, Disneyland. I bled through everything, all the way down to the mattress. Like it looked like someone was murdered in there. Chelsea had to clean me up. She had to go to the hotel front desk. Say, I promise no one was killed up there. My husband got hurt at work, which technically was true. You're here, babe. You look great.
Thanks.
Nice shirt.
Thank you.
Thank you for buying all the supplies.
You're welcome. I got a value pack of Band-Aids.
Oh, I'm gonna need that.
I have big Band-Aids.
Nice. You sound tired.
I'm so I slept like 1 hour.
Oh my God! Did you see Super Nintendo World out there? The green.
No, I'm too distracted.
On my back.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's disgusting.
The scars were real. The battle damage was real, but the fun and the success and the love of the game, that was real too. It's bad, babe.
It's not good.
I know. I'm gonna scream in the shower. Turns out I got infected, and like months later, there was glass like coming out of my body. I had to go get it removed.
Live the hardcore life with GCW's Deathmatch 2-pack featuring Matt Cardona and Nick Gage, a bell-to-bell ringside collectibles exclusive.
There was merchandise for this match, for this indie wrestling match. Multiple 2-packs were made. Matt is so good at this. He took the shirt that he was wearing that was covered in blood and he cut it up into little squares. Found the company that WWE creates those like WrestleMania frames for with the ring mat in it, and he sold them for a good amount of money.
I've never been hit with a light tube. I've never been speared through a pane of glass. I've never been sliced up with a pizza cutter. And I experienced all those things for the first time in that match. Every single one of them hurt. Every single one of them sucked. But as sick as it sounds, like wiping the blood out of my eyes and tasting my own blood, I felt so alive. I felt like I was, as crazy as it sounds, I feel like I was put on this planet to be Nick Gage's opponent in that match. Like, it was my whole career led up to that night. And all the success of my career since has been because of that night.
I'm just proud to put deathmatch wrestling on the map, man. You know, like it's a genre now. It's a little well respected a little bit now. You know what I mean? Like people.
Do you feel like that match might have?
Oh, it definitely has something to do with it. I feel like a lot of the work I put in. You know, I built this shit from the ground up, man. Me and GCW and Lauderdale, man. We made a plan when I was in prison to put this shit back on the map. You know, and I wouldn't have built that genre up, man. For all the guys that passed away and all the guys doing it now. You know, pat on my back, bro.
To this day, you know, I still believe that was the biggest match in independent wrestling history. I believe it had the biggest impact. I believe the most people watched it, the most people talked about it. Everything that we dreamed up and visualized and imagined could happen, it did happen. The effect was more than we could have imagined. Trending worldwide at a time when that meant something on Twitter.
No matter how you define success, Matt Cardona, the Deathmatch King, was the most successful I've ever been in my career. That's from reinventing myself, but like that starts with GCW. And I don't even get back to WWE if it wasn't for GCW. Like my two worlds right now are combined. Like we have a show tomorrow for WWE in Atlantic City. I'm here filming in Atlantic City on the 5-year anniversary of this match. It's pretty crazy because there's no way in hell I go back to WWE if it's not for that death match.
Yeah, I gave it to him, man. You know, he took everything, man. He was a bloody mess.
Super happy for him and super proud of him. I started to know something was up when I was checking in with him on some dates that we had coming up, and he was slow to reply to me, which is very unlike him. And then he had sent me a picture of him signing his contract with the GCW title belt on his lap. That meant a lot to me. I knew that it meant a lot to him. I love having Matt in GCW, but I also, you know, he's meant to be a TV wrestler. So I've always wanted him to have that opportunity to go back, and I've always rooted for him, and I'm still rooting for him. And you know, if the situation ever arises, he'll always be welcome back, and I know he'll be, you know, GCW will be his first stop if and when that happens. But I hope it never happens. I hope he goes and wrestles Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania and Roman Reigns, and I hope he joins the Bloodline, and I hope he has, you know, all the success in the world, and that he never has to wrestle for me again. I'll be rooting for him either way.
How about the carousel room today?
It's a tragedy. Carousel room, there's miniature golf and roller skating, and it's a tragedy. For us, it's everything, but to the Showboat, the wrestling show that goes on here 4 times a year, is not a priority. You can't go to them and say, yeah, but we run death matches in here. You can't put the miniature golf in here, you know?
There's Madison Square Garden and the carousel room at the Showboat. Like, as crazy as it sounds, like that's how important this venue is to me. Like my life changed in this room, which is crazy.
Everything's happened in there. That's where GCW again launched into another stratosphere, you know, doing shows in the carousel room at the Showboat. That room is linked to GCW.
In the grand scheme of pro wrestling, is it iconic? No, it's not. But in the story of my career, my life, it most certainly is iconic. I made my entrance from that corner. The ring was in the middle. Those doors over there, that's where they had to escort me out through the front. because that's backstage. They brought me through the front. They're like, he ain't making it. It's hard to remember everything. Wrestling life moves so fast, but if you document it, you'll always know how you felt in that moment. And I think it's very important.
The champ is fucking here, right, Giancarlo?
Being fired from like your dream job can be completely devastating. I'm so grateful that I was able to fall into this moment in time. I don't think everyone has that opportunity. Because of this, I would not be where I am today.
Where this ranks on my list of accomplishments as a promoter, looking back in terms of singular events and history-making events, this is right there at the top. This is definitely number one. Nothing that we did before, nothing that we did after would ever top this. It will never match it. This changed everything. It changed the game. It's definitely number one. It's a milestone moment for independent wrestling. It's a milestone moment for GCW.
I remember like just being scared to death. Like, is this going to go the way I want to go? Am I going to die? Am I going to be able to go to Disneyland the next day? You know, like all these things were in my mind. The one thing that wasn't on my mind, like I didn't think this is going to change my career. This is going to change my life. Like I wasn't thinking like that. And it did. It changed my life. It changed my career. Holy shit. There's a lot of stories. These walls have a lot of stories, but they have the story of Matt Cardona finding himself, betting on himself, and becoming the Deathmatch King. But most importantly, having the most fucking fun he ever had in his entire career.
I keep fucking going and going and fucking going.
Tell the world how proud you are of me that I'm the one true deathmatch king.
I'm very proud. I was in an Olive Garden watching it, streaming it illegally. Not even paying for
You
it.
can't say that. All right.
Trending worldwide.
Trending worldwide, that's right. All right, babe, I love you.
Love ya. Bye.
She's pissed that we're staying at the Showboat tonight. Keep that.